Hey, good evening, y'all. It's Thursday night. I think like 8 something or whatever. I just want to say hi to everybody out there in YouTube land, and I consider them my family now. Um, I'm not getting into details. I just want to tell you about at least 3 things that really hurt about me becoming homeless, and it still hurts to this day. It really hurt that at my age I had to go out and scrounge, live out of vehicles, live in abandoned buildings at the end, basically living in the woods. What hurt the most? The pain. I'm not talking mental pain, I'm talking physical. I got hurt a few times. Seriously hurt. Especially with fires. There's a couple times. One time I had a propane explosion. I was living in this camper, sneaking in there, and at night, and the damn tank exploded in my face, and it burnt like 36% of my body, my face. I had blisters the size of potatoes in my head, and it was the worst pain I ever had in my life. No pain meds, nothing. I went through that, and that sucked. There's a kid out here named Ben and a girl named Emily, and they saved my life. They brought me to the hospital right away, and then I had to go to the burn and trauma unit, and all the physical things, because if you're homeless living in the woods, what are you going to do when you start hurting and stuff goes wrong? You can't really do much. You just got to soak in the pain and just, even with the dogs, I had to become a homeless man. I was a veterinarian to them, believe it or not, I had to do my own, like, if I got a giant cut, like on my arm, I had to super glue it together and stuff like that. It happened all the time. Luckily, knock on wood, I didn't get sick that bad. I had COVID a couple times being homeless. I never got the vax. I didn't believe in it. My father got the vax, and then 2 years later, he had a brain aneurysm, and he died. This was like 3 years ago. I was living upper state New York, in Herkimer, New York, Amish town, Another thing that was real hard living off the land is the dogs. They got away like 3 or 4 times, let alone when I had a car out in Connecticut. I was in New York the first day I pulled in my buddy's driveway in Herkimer. The dogs took off. Yeah, we had to go like 5 miles up the road at the first house we saw. It was all Amish land out there, and all country, all country. It looks like Florida, sort of like Otter Creek, but put like 8 feet of snow and a lot windier in Otter Creek. Just swap them. I want to make it there one of these days. I never been to Florida in my life. Something I always wanted to do, and I also have personal reasons why I didn't want to go to Florida, like Super Dave, Milltown's Best was saying. There's reasons why. There's a lot of reasons why. But, I've been up north my whole life. I got hurt, fixing cars. I mean, I lived in a Lincoln Continental limousine, a badass one, really nice. And I was going on the Cromwell exit. I was living in Walmart parking lots, and I pulled in there. I was on the highway. The son of a bitch, the transmission line blew up, and caught the car on fire big time. Wrecked the car. It was nice. I would kind of like I would like to get another one, or a hearse. Hearse would be badass, man. I'll be buying a vehicle, and I would say by spring, I hope. There's a lot I need to do, but the first things first, I have to get the car again, insured, all legit. And I was living out of the woods, cutting trees down and stuff, and I'm not physically fit at all, not to be able to do any of that. I was in a motorcycle wreck 8 years ago, and I was in the hospital for like 6 months, and nearly killed me. Well, it did a few times, but, brain damage, 24 staples in my head, both lungs exploded. Yeah. Another fact about me, too, I used to weigh 320 pounds, 330 pounds. Now I'm down to like 140. My body's all right. It's in shape, but I'm just old age, and like my leg right here, it looks like a shark bit it off. But they had to put my leg back on after the motorcycle accident. I'll talk about that sometime. First things first, I got to get my freedom and my life back on track. I need a vehicle. It's very important. I got a little guy who's 14 years old. I haven't seen him in a couple months. He's been so sick, and things are going on, and he knows I love him. Damien, I love you all my heart, man. If you're watching this, I love you, man. That's not the reason why things are the way they are right now. Damien, you get a little older, I'll explain to you, but I love you with all my heart, man. And I got 2 older kids too, you know. But I love my kids so much, and they love me. I know they do. I mean, sometimes, you know, you gotta go in your corner, they go in their corner, and relax for a while. Oh yeah, I wanted to play this theme. Check this theme out. Don't tell me this ain't badass. Hang on, see if I can find it.
All right, my guest here in Portland, Maine this week.
Check this theme out. This is badass. Peace from the Northeast. The Bearded Fisherman. I met them, man. I knew those guys in Hampton, Connecticut, New Haven. Listen, here we